Hi everybody, this is Rebecca Lynn Barkley, aka Boobop1907. This is my review for a day. And today's review, ladies and dudes, well my friends, it's that time again for another top 5 list that nobody has never done before. And this top 5 list is going to be the most different one of all. So for today's list is the top 5 most important moments that I want to see in Taken 3. And to tell you the truth is, ladies and dudes, yes, my friends, as we all know, all the directors, producers, or whoever these people are who did movies, they are finally going to work in Taken 3, and that's one of the movies that I'm dying to see. I want to see a nice, great, epic masterpiece film. I am dying to see an epic masterpiece film for all this time. I only see good epic masterpiece films here and there, but I want to see Taken 3 to have a nice epic masterpiece of a film, if you know what I mean. Since I do fell in love with the other 2 Taken films. For Taken 1, the best part about this movie, it had a very nice, headstrong, fast-paced storyline. And for Taken 2, it had one of the most epic scores that I ever heard in my life. And I still love this movie even to this day. Both Taken 1 and 2. But what kind of things I really want to see in Taken 3? Yeah, I only add 5 good reasons that I really want to see in Taken 3 so badly. So anyway, let's go ahead and do it. So without further ado, ladies and dudes, let's head on to my top 5 most important moments that I want to see in Taken 3. So let's get started. At number 5. I know for number 5, everybody is kind of disappointed about the last villain that came from Taken 2 because he wasn't that threatening or terrifying, but as for me, he was kind of threatening and terrifying to me. But I'm sure in Taken 3, let's hope and pray that this new villain is going to be terrifying, or kind of scary if you know what I mean. So for number 5 is, let's make the main villain deadly. I want to see a very deadly villain so badly in Taken 3. Maybe this villain could be like, he's a leader of something, like some type of terrorist, or people who are doing the sex trade business. I don't know. I'm sure he's working for people who are doing with drugs, or he wants money, or something even worse, trying to go after a really cool man who was once one of the most deadliest assassins around, I guess. If this Forrest guy, the one who did The Last King of Scotland and The Butler, I'm sure he'll do a pretty good job playing a main villain for a movie. That is truly my guess. I think that Forrest guy will play a main villain for the movie, but make him really 10 times terrifying and 10 times more deadly than before. I wish I could say more about what kind of villain that I want to see, but anyway, I decided to put that at number 5. Okay, for number 4 is, let's see some more brand new action scenes. I want to see Taken 3 to have one of the best action scenes that I really want to see for this movie. I'm sure we'll see some car chase scenes. I don't know which one it will be, since I love Taken 2. It has 2 good car chase scenes. I want to see more fighting scenes between Brian Mills and a couple of the enemies that he's going to face. I'm not sure who these guys are. Yeah, a whole lot of gun shooting. I'm sure when Brian Mills is going to face main enemies, he's going to give them some punching, kicking, cuts and bruises, or he's going to kill one of them by force. here's another good idea that nobody had never done yet for an action movie. I really want to see Brian Mills to face some of these bad guys in a swimming pool. Now that would have been awesome. I would like to see Brian Mills, going underwater and he has to face one of the bad guys. When he was trying to breathe and underwater and all that stuff. I would like to see Brian Mills facing bad guys underwater in a swimming pool. That would have been awesome. And so darn epic. And also, let's add some brand new scores that we had never heard yet for the last two Taken films. I want to see some more epic, edgy scores. So you better give this movie a nice, good, epic, edgy score. I wish I could say more about this one, but I decided to put that at number 4. Okay, for number 3 here's another important moment that I really want to see in Taken 3. And this is the most important one of all, and since I already talked about this in a couple of videos from last year and all that stuff, I want to see some more romantic relationship between Brian and Lenore. So anyway, for number 3 I want to see some more romantic scenes between Brian and Lenore. Thanks to Taken 2, there is a couple of good romantic moments here and there where Brian and Lenore had a couple of good moments, to start redoing their relationship all over again. But I want to see some brand new stuff between Brian and Lenore and their relationship. And since I did a fanfiction story of Brian and Lenore's most magical date, I would love to see Brian and Lenore to go somewhere and have a nice, wonderful date. I would love to see them having dinner together and they had a nice heart-to-heart talk and they shared their feelings for each other, and I would love to see them having a dance scene. Brian and Lenore having a nice romantic dance, and I would like to see them saying I love you to each other. That would have been nice. And here's another thing I really want to see in Taken 3, and this is the most important thing of all. Will we ever see Brian and Lenore have sex? I really, really want to see that happening, and I wonder if Liam Neeson can handle making love in a film with Famke Janssen. Yeah, I think this will be embarrassing for him. Let's just say, we'll let Ra's al Ghul make love with Jane Grey, if you know what I mean. So anyway, I would love to see Brian and Lenore have some more romantic scenes for the number 3 spot. Okay, for number 2, here's another important moment that I really want to see in Taken 3. And this will be the near end to the film, if you know what I mean. So for number 2, let's see a part where Brian Mills face the main villain. I would like to see a fight scene between Brian Mills and this main enemy that he needs to face for the near end of the film. I want to see this fight scene kind of brutal, very scary. I'm sure they'll have some cuts and bruises in their bodies. And most of all, let's add a really cool score in there, where Brian Mills is heading to his last and final showdown of his life, to face his most important enemy that he'll ever face on Earth. I wonder if this forest guy can do a whole lot of fighting. That would have been awesome. But let's wait and see what happens. I'm sure everybody's disappointed from both Taken 1 and 2 that Brian Mills had never fought the main enemy in a film. But let's hope and pray in Taken 3, Brian Mills will face a main enemy for a really cool epic movie. So let's wait and see what happens. Yeah, Brian Mills facing a main enemy will be at number 2. And finally, for the number 1 most important moment that I want to see Taken 3 so badly, and it's going to be the most important one of all, and let's just say, this is something that I really want for the end. So anyway, for number 1, please make Taken 3 the last and final chapter of the Taken saga. This is the most important thing of all, ladies and dudes. I really want to see Taken 3 to be the last and final chapter for the Taken saga. And let's leave Taken 3 into a very happy note, where Brian Mills is no longer a spy, he's no longer an assassin, or a CIA agent member. I want to see him to be a very happy, normal human being, where he can finally remarry Lenore and start his life all over again. And also he could spend time with his daughter Kim for as long as he wanted to have, I guess. But yeah, I would like to see Taken 3 to be the last and final chapter for the Taken saga, so we can finally get a nice, happy note that everybody would want for a movie trilogy, I guess. So yeah, to cut this short, let's make Taken 3 the final chapter for the Taken saga, and it deserves to be the number 1 most important moment that I want to see Taken 3 so badly. Let's make it happen, ladies and dudes. We gotta have a nice, happy note for a good, fantastic, underrated trilogy. So anyway, ladies and dudes, that is my top 5 most important moments that I want to see in Taken 3. I hope you enjoyed this list. And join me next time for my next top 5 list to come, and I will do my top 5 most regretting anime characters of all time. And I'm not sure when will I do it. Maybe I'll do another top 5 list that I have never done before, or what you have never done before. And also, ladies and dudes, tell me what are your most important reasons that you want to see Taken 3 so badly. Whichever it is, leave a comment there and let me know. And I will see you all later. Sayonara.